Hello, I'm Jasper Boydell, a first year student at Leeds Beckett University. Welcome to my presentation on the marketing of Hugo Boss. During this presentation, I will be assessing Hugo Boss's market orientation and approach. Hugo Boss is a luxury fashion house founded in Germany by Hugo Ferdinand Boss in 1924. The company originally focused on producing uniforms and was a supplier during the Second World War for the Nazis. Since then, Hugo Boss has diversified its products, most notably into men's suits and fragrances, and created more brands. Hugo Boss is a constantly expanding company, and as recently as 2015 brought in over £2.4 billion of revenue, of which 280 million was profit. They also currently employ over 13,800 members of staff around the world. Hugo Boss as a brand has many competitors across lots of different markets. As it has ventured into new areas in consumer markets, the number of competitors has increased. For example, in the high-end premium fashion market, the company is competing with the likes of Versace and Armani. However, the Boss fragrances have brands such as Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana and Michael Kors to contend with. The company is very hot on brand exposure, and highly geared marketing activities and sponsorships in sporting events have greatly increased the global recognition of Hugo Boss and its brands. From this graph, we can work out that in 2015, Hugo Boss's expenditure on marketing was around 68% of its profit that year. This for me backs up the idea that Hugo Boss are keen to maximise brand exposure and willing to spend quite a high proportion of their annual profit on advertisement to make their brand more recognisable. The previous slide shows evidence of how the company has used market segmentation. They have taken advantage of the benefits of branding to optimise the success of this market segmentation. The multi-brand mechanism that Hugo Boss employs shows that the company is market orientated, as it puts effort in to try to make sure they can cater for as many demographics of customer as they can, while still keeping their image as being a more high-end retailer. It means dividing the market into groups of consumers with similar characteristics. Common groupings include age, gender, income, and different interests. This enables products and services to be more effectively produced and targeted for a particular segment of the market. My research tells me that Hugo Boss, as well as being a market-led company, is also performance orientated, which means they believe that success comes from a superior ability and surpassing of one's peers. They have a desire to outperform others and give the best account of their ability as possible. This is typical of a business or a leading brand in a fiercely competitive market, such as the ones Hugo Boss currently operating. It's a company-wide philosophy focused on discovering and meeting the desires and needs of its customers through its product mix, which again is epitomised by Hugo Boss's multi-branding system, and clear to see that this is part of their strategy. Although it is the customers that the company are trying to focus on, there are still many other stakeholder groups that Hugo Boss must keep satisfied in order to be corporately socially responsible and maintain their image. Although there are among others, Hugo Boss specifically states the stakeholder groups that it particularly looks out for are shareholders, and society as a whole. Hugo Boss makes an effective contribution to environmental and climate protection. The company focuses in particular on energy efficiency, renewable resources and energies, and water consumption. They also intend to minimise the impact of climate change, protect natural resources through application of intelligent concepts and environmentally friendly technologies, reduce environmental impacts, and contribute to the preservation of biodiversity. Hugo Boss creates a working environment where each individual can be ideally integrated and make the most of their potential to achieve success. The Code of Conduct and high social standards provide the framework for this. Working for Hugo Boss can come with its perks. They provide their employees with an attractive working environment with a fair and transparent compensation system and a set of company benefits and diverse packages for occupational safety, healthcare and life balance. Hugo Boss commits itself and its suppliers to upholding human rights and protecting the environment. The company strengthens its social compliance and continuously develops environmental and social standards. Hugo Boss and its suppliers are committed to upholding human rights and complying with Hugo Boss social standards, which are based on a platform of standards and conventions like the International Labour Organization. In terms of trying to be responsible for society, Hugo Boss supports young people in developing their individual potential for success. The focus is on access to education and professional development and fostering of creative skills. The company makes a significant contribution to the community as an integral part of its corporate philosophy. The objective is to inspire people towards success beyond the company's confines. They have therefore made education as a key factor of promoting future perspectives the main aspect of their corporate engagement. The three focus areas are access to education, vocational promotion and creative promotion. With these stakeholder groups considered, and after seeing Hugo Boss's approach to each of them, I feel as if the company has a strong view in terms of stakeholder theory, meaning each stakeholder has a legitimate shout for the manager's attention. Overall, I believe that Hugo Boss is a company with strong beliefs which are adopted by all employees and do their best to satisfy their target customers and all other stakeholder groups. Thank you for watching my presentation on the marketing of Hugo Boss. Goodbye.